Good evening, everyone. This is Meilan from Belgian Chinese Tea Association in Antwerp. Often people said they would like to learn tea, but do you know what was the reason that motivates you to learn tea? What is the first reason? For me, the first reason is because I want to live healthily. Okay, it's for my health. If it's not for my health, I think I better just drink water instead of taking risk with try out my body with the different kinds of tea. So the first thing motivated me to learn tea was because I want to know how does tea fix into my lifestyle. I learned that when I have to brew tea for my parents. The first thing I learned was tea is about how to fit into lifestyle that can aid the health in the lifestyle, the healthy diet in the lifestyle. So the first motivation factor should be because it is for your health. Secondly, in the process of learning tea, in the process of learning Chinese tea ceremony, we learn to discipline ourselves. Okay, we have to discipline ourselves by focusing. Okay, keep our head down and also pay attention to every details about how to interact with the people who sit in front of you, even with yourself. It facilitates the learning of social skills, starting from yourself first, and also to with other people. And third reason, of course, like I said, with tea I learned to focus and keep my head down, and to reach the inner peace that I can enjoy. Okay, it's it is not about tea. It is about the time I'm taking with myself to enjoy the cup of tea. The fourth and the last reason is with tea I learn more than tea. The other day, um, I don't remember his name, but he's also giving qigong lesson in Belgium, in Flanders. So he asked me, what do I mean tea? With tea, I learn more than just tea. With tea, I learned more about life. You know, when we brew a cup of tea, the best flavor and the best taste is the time when we can enjoy the tea still warm, freshly brewed. But we also have to choose the right temperature to drink it. Once the tea gets cold, indeed you can warm it up. But the flavor and the fine taste from the freshly brewed was gone. You cannot redo the flavor and the taste once it's cooled down, unless you redo it again. In life, it's the same. We cannot redo the second before or the day before. What has already passed is past. So we better enjoy the moment when we can, when it's still fresh and when we're still able. Try not to say to yourself, oh, in the future I have time. I have time. You know what? Time flies without knowing. And when it's gone, you can never redo it again. So there are four reasons why motivated me to learn tea. So which one is most important to you right now? It's your decision. It's you made it. You made the choice. Nobody can judge you. And because tonight I had a pretty heavy dinner, so I decided to make myself a pot of a poor, aged poor. I'm going too low, so you are not able to see me. You will see more of my tea now. Okay. You can see that I'm using the ceramic teapot without glass tea. And this is a mini toast, but this is not really the little one. This is about 100 grams. So you need a poured knife, but be careful when you're using this one. Make sure that the sharp edge is not to yourself, okay, to outside. Once you get in, then you will follow the directions. Because this is aged pour, and also it was pretty tight pressed, so you can imagine that later I will have some broken leaves, but that is okay with the pour. So this is still the piece I have. Okay, it looks pretty dark, isn't it? As usual, the first thing is always first warm up your teaware and teacup. In this so-called the 21st century, taking time out for yourself becomes such a luxury decision. But it's your life, it's your time. If you don't take time for yourself, frankly speaking, I don't think it's reasonable to expect other people to take time for you. Once I finish it, I will put the water, wrap it up again with the paper, and put it back to the tea can and keep it away. I'm going to ask you to guess. Earlier ago, you have seen the color. You think it's a raw pu'er or it's a ripe pu'er? And first, we rinse it. You know, for the color from the tea liquid between the raw pu'er, it's very different from the ripe pu'er. Because it has been stored more than 10 years, so it has very strong plume, okay, like in the plume in the red wine, if you make yourself red wine. Also the Chinese medicines flavor as well, okay, like a sweet out or the huangqi, those root flavor and the woody flavor, very strong. I'm going to give it to my husband so he can smell it.
Okay. You trying to pour?
Yeah. And of course, it has been aged for quite some times. You will also have Asian flavor. That is a very unique, but it's not a stinky, rotten flavor. Absolutely not. But definitely, it's a woody note, very strong with the woody, and somehow I also feel the old pine tree will give that kind of liquid, like a syrup, oil from the trees. You will have that flavor as well. As you can see that I keep the infusion time rather short. The one the one thing to motivate you to buy more teapot, because I have the second one I use as a serving pot. Okay, I'm going to move it so you can see the color of the tea liquid. You can see the color is very rich, liver brown red. So this is a ripe pour, aged ripe. So I'm going to bring this so close to you, you can have a look at the color. Okay, I will take it a little bit to the side so you can see, even though the color is very dark, but still transparent, you can go through it. Okay, um, shiny as well. Put myself back again so you can see me when I enjoy the flavor of this tea and also drinking this tea. Also have somewhat yeast flavor. Woody flavor is very, very strong and dominant in this tea. Medicinal flavor also dominant in this flavor. When I first sip it, and I noticed that the temperature is above 60 degrees, so I decide to let it rest, let it cool down a little bit. Okay. In the meantime, I will prepare for the second brewing. Actually, this tea, because of age, it does not give a very strong danina flavor, the astringency and the bitterness from the danina. Okay, the coffee. Actually, it's rather dry and sweet. The taste of tea, especially from the oolong and above, we always said the first the first brewing the taste is light as water. And the second is start to vivid, okay, and light. Now if I can put my hands here, that means the temperature is already cooling down. Due to the oxidation with the air, I can sense the flavor of wood much more than the first zipping. So what motivates you to learn tea? I hope the first reason is for your health, because you deserve it. The second is it helps you to discipline yourself and refine your body language and the dialogue with yourself as well through the social behaviors. Okay? And the third, it helps you to reach the inner peace with yourself through focusing, keep a head down, and show respect to others in order to respect from the others. And the last but least, enlighten the wisdom in life. So there are many, many benefits for learning tea. And I hope you can enjoy it and join me one day. This is Mei Lan from Belgian Chinese Tea Association in Antwerp. Tomorrow is a Saturday, and I wish you all a very pleasant weekend.